Alright, what's going on everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another live stream on a crazy, was it Wednesday? Crazy Wednesday in the stock market. First and foremost, if you're new to the channel, definitely start hitting that subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here, especially if you're just looking to achieve financial freedom. No matter if it's trading stocks in the stock market, day trading, swing trading, options trading, anything whatsoever within the stock market, but also selling books on Amazon, running your own Amazon business, reselling on eBay, all that types of stuff is what we talk about in this channel. And of course, getting out of debt, all that good stuff. Definitely start at least checking out the videos. We got like 230, 240 on here now. But we'd love to have you here and are totally free. Everything with me is always totally free. I don't charge. I don't try to get any money from you guys whatsoever. Our totally free Discord group chat for achieving financial freedom and specifically trading is one of the first links in the description box. How's it going, Josh? Sorry, I forgot to actually mention in Discord that I was going live, but I guess you got the notification, so love to have you here, of course. But I got everything, but there won't be today, but never fails. It seems like we always have one little blimp. So obviously, you can see today was a hell of a day. Today was awesome, guys. We made at one point over $400. You can see, or not over 400, close to 400, about $390. The only reason it dropped near the end of the day was because I went ahead and positioned myself in some more calls. You can see I had some 1010s. Now I have some 1012 calls. I was half tempted to go with 1015 or 1018 or 17 or 18, but I'm pretty confident I'll be able to flip these pretty quickly. Possibly by Friday is the goal. Maybe not tomorrow. Depends on how tonight and tomorrow shakes out. But tomorrow or Friday is when I'm hoping to get rid of these. But for sure, probably by Monday or Tuesday at the very, very latest. But I'll go ahead and get this minimized real quick so we can just go notifications, view history, and just so you guys know, yeah, see, it still shows stock pending, but whatever, I haven't gotten anything from them. So we'll just go with strip. Today was a crazy day. I had a lot of stuff going on. Just to put in perspective, I used no day trades like the last 2 or 3 weeks since I really got serious trading options again. I used all 3 today. Today was a crazy day, super volatile day, as you all can see. I mean, I had some calls obviously yesterday. We had a big pop overnight. I sold prematurely. I sold well before 293. It was like 292.80 or something like that was when I sold. It was pretty early on in the morning, somewhere in here. And obviously it popped. And when I saw a pop on that final pop, I went ahead and placed some puts. That was the first day trade. We had the drop right here. I sold the puts for some profit. I'll show you guys the exact profit and everything like that here in a minute, how it breaks down. And I don't remember where exactly. I thought I saw it oversell. Somewhere in here. I identified kind of a double bottom slightly. Right here you can see right around 292.35. It kind of double bottom and bounce. I hopped up on that, and then on the slight little bounce, go ahead and zoom in, on the little bounce in here, cashed in on some profit. Like I said, I'll break it all down for you all here in a minute. And then obviously we had the pretty big sell-off in the afternoon. I believe I bought somewhere, it was actually near the end of the day, as you all will see. But either way, I bought like within like the last 10 minutes of the market. And if I had waited like I usually do until like the last minute, I could have got them for even more on sale. That's why I'm down just a few dollars on them. Currently, I'm down like $4. Or no, I'm down like $3 on each option, something like that. I'll show you guys that as well. But crazy day overall, super easy day to make money within the market. But yeah, I did burn all 3 day trades in one day. So now I'm kind of having to just take a step back and start again, setting those options up for at least a day, 2, 3 days out, etc. Which isn't always fun, but it works. It makes money. As you guys can see, I mean, we'll just go back real quick and I'll show you guys a breakdown overall. As you can see, the last week overall, please work. As you see, the last week overall, we're up over 261%. So you can't fight with what works at the end of the day, right? So fun stuff for sure. Good times. Good, very good times. Actually, I don't think it can get much better, in all honesty. But we'll talk about oil probably this afternoon as well. But let me know. I want to check our stream real quick. Got 2 of you tuning in. Hopefully you guys are having a good afternoon. Hopefully you are having a good week and a good start to the 3rd quarter. And as always, if you have any questions or any ticker symbols or anything like that, this is going to be more option and specifically SPY oriented. But if you have like any questions or ticker symbols that you want me to like answer questions about our breakdown. Of course, feel free to shoot them out there in the chat, and I'll always be willing to break those down for you just from my point of view. But what was I going to show you guys? Oh yeah, my actual breakdown of each position for today. So we got a lot to go over from that standpoint. So 8 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 9 hours. Here we go. Okay. So you can see we had some October, like I said, 1010 were all the calls that I had. Had some 293 1010 calls. I overpaid for them. I explained that in the previous stream. 106, and I scooped up another one, a 293.50 for 74. When it dropped a little further. And then I sold that one first thing this morning, very first thing this morning, just to at least cover that profit. That was $17 of profit right there alone. I don't have a calculator. I mean, I can get mine pulled out, I guess, on my phone. If you guys want to know like the exact percentages, I'm a nerd when it comes to percentages and whatnot. So, of course, you take your profit, $17 divided by your initial investment, 74. That's almost 23% of profit. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. So that was a really good profit, of course. And then we had roughly, what, $48 of profit on that one. Wasn't quite as big. Again, like I said, I overpaid for those, and I sold a little early. I could have actually sold this for like 500 very, very soon after, but actually over 500, but always about covering profits, of course, at the end of the day. There's no point in risking, if you ask me. But so that's what, $48 of profit divided by, I'm going based off of 472 minus 424. That's like 48. Let me know if my math's wrong. I'll get you guys pulled up here as well, in case if you have any questions. So $48 of profit divided by that initial investment of 424. It's not quite as much, about just a little over 11% of profit. Still, double-digit profit. You cannot complain about double-digit profit, right? And then let's see here. So you can see I canceled an order because I was about to overpay. I bought 3 292.50 puts, 10-12 puts, and I should have did 10-10. I would have made more profit, but it wasn't worth the risk. I was like, maybe I might get stuck holding these, so I'm gonna go ahead and start going out to 10-12 now. So I bought 3 contracts, short position, just a small position for my account size at that time is about a 40% of my account at that moment, or maybe about 50, because I wasn't quite at 700 or 800 yet. But either way, I bought 3 contracts at $119. You can see I sold them. I thought I had more profit than that on that one. Oh, it's the afternoon one I made the most profit off of. Either way, I made $42 on that one. So $42 divided by 357 is, again, about 12%, 11.7% profit off that one. And then you can see I bought some calls again. Bought some at 532. Sold those at 568. Again, that one wasn't a huge profit either. Again, I was just kind of scalping throughout the day, in all honesty. Just 11% here, 11% there, 11% there. And then obviously the 22% first thing in the morning. But again, all about the double digits at the end of the day. Double digit profit. I mean, you're just dumb to not cover it at the end of the day. But anyways, $36 of profit divided by 532. Was the smallest profit of the day. It was a 7% profit. I covered it. Why? Because I knew it was about to just dump, which you can see I literally within an hour placed some puts for $390. I bought another put because I was super confident that it was going down even further. I bought some more puts at 125. And then you can see I sold them all for 616. So what was that initial investment? About 515. So I made $101. That was, like I said, that was the biggest profit of the day right there. $101 profit divided by, what did I say, 515? Yeah, divided by 515. Boom. About 20% profit right there, 19.6%. So again, it's not like I'm having huge knockout, double my account per trade. It's just slow but steady, 10% here. I mean, you saw I covered a 6-7% profit. I mean, it's just about covering profit. So, and again, I was just scalping too at the same time. It's a bit, I mean, you can see it too. We were kind of just bouncing for a while, and then obviously we had the huge sell-off, which I really cashed out on. But I actually could have made a hell of a lot more if I held, but I think I sold like right in here if I remember right. but you can see we're just kind of bouncing. So I was just scalping all day pretty much, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Like I said, it's just knowing your plan, knowing what you're doing going in, having that plan set in stone, and sticking to it at the end of the day. No matter if you're doing the longer term, super short term, whatever the case may be. And I mean, you all saw that even though I was scalping, I still was doing 10, 12 expiration date. Why? Because if for some reason it decided to shoot up, like pretty much go the opposite direction of wherever I had at that moment, I wouldn't be so like so panicked and just quick sell and cut losses, quote unquote cut losses, because then I would be buying time, like I mentioned, over and over and over. And sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's not rocket science at the end of the day. It's just going through the growing pains of what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Don't over sophisticate shit. It's not that hard. 1 hour chart is what I tend to go by the most, which is why I went ahead and placed calls. I can see that we're now pretty deep in the red, so I know here before long, more than likely, unless if obviously we have some huge pullback like for a week or something like we had about 2 weeks ago. Whenever, again, why I bought 10, 12 calls. I'm not going to be mad or anything if we have red day today, tomorrow. I mean, obviously my account will be down on the day, which will kind of suck, but I know that setting it up long term, not long term, still short term, but to me long term, I know that within a couple days I'll be able to sell it again for 10, 20, 30, maybe even 40% profit, and then move on. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. I mean, I will never complain about double-digit profit. You will never see me on this channel complain about double-digit profit. You'll never see me complain about profit at all. I'll say I could have held longer and had more profit, but you'll never hear me like kicking myself about, damn, I should have held blah 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 blah. So you can see we broke our trend line right here. I'll go ahead and delete that, but you can see we're still holding up pretty well right here on this bottom trend line. Let's go ahead and delete this. I just want to delete it. There it is. But yeah, so we're still holding up pretty well right now. Which is also why it's not meant to be like 100% accurate or anything. I just wanted to also include, like, take into account the all-time high, of course. But overall, we're right around the moment where I think we're probably going to get ready to swing up. I love using the 1 hour chart. Those of you in Discord know I mentioned the 1 hour chart over and over and over. It's what helped me realize that we were getting ready to, we're going to hit a sell-off. I didn't think we were going to have such a big sell-off that we had this afternoon, but when we zoom in here, you can see, I mean, we were just kind of low green, and then once I saw this bar finally drop, I was like, it's getting ready to pretty much be a quote-unquote rug pull. Don't know how big it's going to be, but we're going to have a sell-off. So, went ahead and placed some puts at pretty much the perfect time, watched it drop, made the profit, moved on. Now I'm in some calls, because why? I know that we're pretty much, obviously nothing's guaranteed, but we're pretty much at the moment where we might drop to around 291, but overall we'll probably swing back up to 293, probably by Friday, in all honesty, is what I'm thinking. If not Friday, then for sure by Monday or Tuesday, which is why I'm not worried about it. Why? My calls are 10-12. 10-12 is when? Next Friday. So, I mean, I have, again, a week and a half. Now, obviously, I don't want to hold them till Wednesday, Thursday. I want to have them gone for sure by next Tuesday. But I'm thinking, like I said, I'm going to have them gone probably by Friday or Monday. So, it's just about knowing the time frames, knowing the power of the theta. Theta will burn your ass if you don't know what you're doing, especially if you're buying super far out of the money options, which I never suggest you guys do. You can see the options that I have currently right now are 292 calls. SPY is currently, I mean, it was at 291.72. Apparently it's currently sitting around 291.21. Not a big deal, if anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we gap up overnight like clockwork. Is pretty much what we did last night, and then boom, we gapped up in the morning and continued up. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, in all honesty. Like I said, we might hit 291. I mean, we're heading that way right now. So if anything, I almost hope it happens. Hope we bounce off 291 and then continue on up to 292, 293 within the next day or two. But overall, still bullish on the market, still making the profits. Today was obviously by far my best day since finally getting back full swing of things. And as y'all can see, overall, since I started trading within the last month or so, we're up overall in the account 170%, pretty much 169%. You can see, like I said, today was a hell of a day, the best day to date. We're up $464.54 overall. And I did find out, because I know I was kind of unsure if I had 200 275 that I had invested. It was 275. I even did the math myself, based off of the percentage, probably when I got my paycheck or something. But so yeah, started out with 275, currently sitting at $739. Not too bad if you ask me for less than a month. You guys can see, I mean, we started, like I said, pretty much not even a month ago. Yeah, pretty much not even a month ago. And like I said, we were actually down big. I wasn't talking about that too often because I hate admitting whenever I'm losing money. I mean, I'm always upfront with you guys. You can see right there, I was down pretty big. And then I came almost break even, came back down, almost broke even, came back down some more. And then finally, I started just trading SPY. This is when I was trading like Facebook, QQQ, XOP, SPY. Now that I'm just trading SPY, boom. Like I said, it's just about finding what works for you. It doesn't even have to be SPY. For you, you might be an expert on oil. I'm good with oil, but I'm not as good with oil as I am with SPY. Oil prices are super volatile right now. Or you might be good with UGAS and DGAS. UGAS and DGAS are super volatile right now. I mean, let's look at, I'm wanting to mention that because it's been pretty crazy. Look at UGAS lately. I mean, it's from $54 to $90. I mean, let's look at the 6-month chart or 1 year. I mean, it's just, I think it might even approach 100 before it slows down, in all honesty. So, I mean, you can see we had the double bottom here, and then boom, off it went. So, it's showing signs of overbought. So, I mean, it might not quite reach 100. However, I mean, it might. I think it's going to go above 90. I think it already did. It got close. Really close. But, I mean, there's just so many ways with options that you can make money in this market. It's just finding what works for you, what route, what do you have passion for when it comes to the market? Do you love oil? Do you love natural gas? Do you love the financials? Do you love healthcare? What sectors of the market do you like the most? Do you understand the most? And what makes you money consistently? That's what it's all about at the end of the day, is making money. So just find something that works for you. I'm not saying that you should only trade SPY because it works for me. I just like to show people what does work for me, what doesn't work for me, what I look at on a day-to-day, minute-by-minute, hour-by-hour basis, and then at the end of the day, just let you decide what you want to do. So take a look also, it just went live. So I don't know if there's been any news events in the last hour or so, because I've been pretty busy. But I mean, it's down right around 0.25%. I'm not super worried about it. I mean, we can see. Let's go to the 5-day. Where's yesterday? So this is 135 yesterday. I was trying to show you guys exactly how low we went. Yeah, so you can see around 8:45 at night we dropped down to about 29.25. Right now we're at 29.2475. So we're just slightly below the lows of yesterday evening. We're down a little bit more than we were yesterday evening, which, I mean, it is what it is. But it go from literally 0.5% down at 6 p.m. the night before to up 0.1 to 0.2% by the bell. So it'll be interesting to watch. I'll keep an eye on it slightly overnight, but I'm not super worried about it by any stretch. But yeah, I mean, like I said, let me know if you have any questions. That's what I'm here for at the end of the day. I'm not here just to quote unquote spoon feed anybody. I'm just here to answer your all's questions, show you guys what works for me, and then obviously, I hope it serves as motivation. I mean, literally, I just started doing it serious, like I said, getting into it pretty heavily within the last month. I haven't even hit a month yet, And like I said, I was trading options on Facebook, XOP, SPY. I did Gush too. I forgot I did Gush once as well. And QQQ. So I was trading like 5. And then MU. I forgot I did MU a little bit as well. So I mean, I traded like 6 different things within the first week or two. And you can see, I mean, I was down at one point 40% on my entire account. I mean, I was like freaking out. I was like, fuck. I was like, this shit ain't working. And then finally, I just studied up on SPY, read this awesome book that I love. No, I'm not like getting money for advertising this book whatsoever. I mean, I'm not even finished reading it yet, so why would I like advertise anything? I'm not finished yet. But so far, this book has taught me a lot of information. It's on Amazon for like 10 or 11 bucks, if I remember right, or maybe that's Compound Effect. Either way, this one's like 15 bucks or less. I never buy books for like over $15 anyways. But it's just called Understanding Options. I think it's the second edition by Michael Sincere. So if you're like wanting to know the ins and outs of options and whatnot, this really breaks it down well. I'm starting to actually read about volatility and the huge impact of volatility on options. Perfect timing because we're in October, which tends to be historically the most highly volatile month of the year. So awesome book for sure. I'm pretty close to finishing it. I'll say I'll probably be done with it here within the next week. So, I mean, if you guys want me to do like a full book review or something on it, just let me know. I don't think you will, but it's definitely helped me out a lot ever since I started like looking into it a little more and just doing research, guys. I mean, you cannot just wake up in the morning, look at the chart and be like, oh, I think it's going to go up. I'm going to buy some calls. No, that's stupid. You need to do research. I was up till midnight last night researching, looking at charts, looking at the futures, reading the book, just always looking to learn. If you're not looking to learn and looking to study the graphs, study the charts, do the work it takes, figure out the perfect buying opportunities and whatnot, you're not going to make hardly any, if any, money. That's why 90-95% of traders lose money. They're just lazy. I mean, it's not about it's hard, it's difficult. It's really not that hard to beat the market as everybody makes it seem. It's just people are lazy. People quit too soon. There's a famous quote, actually, I forget who said it, but it's about entrepreneurship in general. It says that 93% of failed entrepreneurs quit right before a major breakthrough. Meaning, like, you just either get lazy, get depressed, get anxious, whatever the case may be. You just start to kind of doubt yourself and just quit right before you have your breakthrough. And I can't lie, when I was down like 40% overall on my account when I was within my first week of trading, I mean, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I was like, I'm just going back to losing money. Like, the shit ain't working. And then I was like obviously I had a good day or two, whatever, but I was just kind of just hanging around somewhat minus 10 to 30% on my account, back and forth. What I gain, I'd lose. What I gain, I'd lose. Just rinse, repeat. And then finally I was like, you know what thing to do? Let the one day pull up here. Maybe, if it'll load. You guys pull back up here as well. Am I expecting to do 104, 105% on my account every single day? Or even every single week for that matter? Absolutely not. Today was the perfect setup for scalping people that had held calls overnight, all that good stuff. And it was just the perfect situation. Am I going to do 261% per week? I can always hope. Like I said, I can always hope I'm going to do that much. I mean, this is kind of what I'm reiterating from this last Sunday Stock Talk, where I was like, am I going to do this every single week, every single day? Probably not. I mean, it's just, I mean, let's be real. This is like impossible to keep up. I'm even saying it. I mean, I'd love for it. I mean, I would be fucking rich, of course, within weeks. But it's just unrealistic to think that I'm going to do 200 or even 100% average per week. I mean, can it happen? Sure. I'd probably become like the best option trader of all time if that was the case. But more than likely, no. But if you can just average 10% a week, 20% a week, just imagine how quick, how fast, same thing, how quick, and just how much more confidence you're going to have in your trading abilities. Once you get that first week out of the way, I was keeping track on my 1 week. My 1 week started out like negative, if I remember right. well, not now, but my 1 week had actually started out negative, and I was just watching it. I was just pounding away. Had good trade, broke even, good trade, up 60%, good trade, good. I mean, you guys saw, I mean, I was up like 60%, then 100%, and now I'm up 261% the last week. Like I said, is that going to continue? Probably not. I mean, I would love for it to. I'm going to try my damnedest to make it that much, if not better. I mean, always striving for greatness and striving for the best, right? But you got to be realistic at the same time, because you don't want to end up, like, getting down on yourself or anything like that. Because, I mean, a red trade is coming. I will have a bad trade at some point. I haven't had a red trade in now over 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, a red trade's coming. I'm assuming within the next probably few days, week, 2, maybe, whenever. But it's just about consistency. Cutting the profits when you know, okay, this isn't what I was expecting, I'm going to go ahead and cut. Like, in all honesty, if we go down like 0.5% tomorrow, or if it looks like we're heading that route, I'll probably cut before then, in all honesty. I don't think that's going to happen. Like I said, I mean, I'm bullish as hell on the market. I don't like that we didn't hold above 291.50 in after hours. But, I mean, I'm not bearish by any means. I'm not going to be bearish until we're at 285. So, I mean, like full all-out bearish. I mean, I'm nowhere close to bearish on the market. Kind of rambling at this point. It's just, I just want this video to act not only as informative for you guys, but also as motivation to just show you guys. I mean, like I said, I started out in my account with $239. I've added $534 to my account, which, like I said, shows you guys that I was in the negative. Because what's 534? What's 739 minus 530? Let's just say 535. That's $204. I mean, you see it right there. $204. So, I mean, I was down $71 before the last week. Before September 27th, I was down $71 overall on the account. So, what is 71 divided by 275? So, I was down 26% overall on my account less than a week ago. I mean, just about a week ago now. And now, a week later, here I sit up 261% in the last week, which for the entire account is, like I said, almost 170% overall. So, I mean, if you have a couple red trades, don't get discouraged. I mean, like I said, I'll show this over and over and over. I was down 40% on the entire account, not just a trade, on the entire account. So, don't get discouraged if you're having a bad trade. Just go back to the drawing board, figure out what went wrong. And this is actually when I had a horrible option with Gush expire worthless. I lost all the money on that trade. That's where a majority of it was lost. That was like $65 lost, I think, something like that. Expired worthless. But learn my lesson, right? I don't trade Gush anymore when it comes to options. Why? I stick with what works. Find something, like I said, find something that works and stick to it and just hit it, and you'll make money. It's not rocket science. But let me go ahead and see how our stream's doing and whatnot. We still, whoa, what happened there? There we go. We still got 2 of you tuning in. Looks like I accidentally detached the 2, whatever. But yeah, that'll probably be a lot more confident in my trades now. You probably know firsthand Josh. Josh is super active in our Discord group chat. Shout out to him for sure. But he can tell you firsthand. I mean, literally, pretty much within minutes or so of calling out something, like, I don't fuck around anymore. If I see something and I call it out, I'm more than likely making the move within minutes or so. 10, 15 minutes max. Earlier, I missed out on money. One of the trades I still ended up making, I missed out on making more money because my fucking horrible Sprint network just went completely out for like 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes on me. I still made decent profit, but I would have made, like, I think it was $20 more or something if I would have been able to sell right when I wanted to. Right when I was looking at my phone, just the shit wouldn't load. But he can tell you firsthand. I mean, I don't spoon feed people in Discord at all. I mean, it's not super active anyways. But I mean, I'll call out exactly what I'm doing. I'll let you $150 or something like that. And then quickly before the bell, they had jumped up to like 165. and then they came back down, which is when I bought. But they had jumped up like $15. I was looking at buying 5. $15 times 5 is what? $75 made. So I missed out on $75, given I had no day trades left at that point anyways. But I missed out on quote unquote $75 just because I chickened out, so to speak. But I called it all out in Discord. That's the beauty of Discord, is I'm either on Discord or I'm on StockTwits trolling people, because it's so easy to troll people on StockTwits. It's hilarious. If you have a StockTwits account, just go to SPY and you'll see me. I mean, I'm trolling mostly bears just because it's hilarious. Most of them are fake computer bullshit bears on StockTwits, but it's just fun to troll people from time to time. But, I mean, I'm super active in the Discord. That's why I always say, I mean, if you guys want to interact with me when it comes to trading specifically, like on a minute-by-minute, hour-by-hour basis, kind of know how I'm feeling about a certain stock or the market overall, I mean, I am super active in Discord. So, definitely start checking that link out. But, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I feel like we've been going on for like half an hour now. And I know you guys probably got stuff, like clockwork, 33 minutes. And I know that you guys have got stuff to do tonight. So hopefully you guys have been having a good start to your month so far. Hopefully you guys have been staying in the green, making that money. And if not, like I said, hopefully that can provide some sort of support. $164 on September 17th to $739 by October 3rd. Not even about 3 weeks. So like I said, hopefully that provides you some sort of support if you need it right now. And hopefully you might have taken a few things from this video. If you like the video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. And feel free to share it with any like friends or family or anybody that you think would benefit from this video. I greatly appreciate that as well. And like I said, if you haven't already subscribed, we'd love to have you here. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there making those profits, covering those profits, and achieving some financial freedom this year. And I will see you guys probably by, I don't know about tomorrow, but probably Friday, if not for sure Saturday. No, Friday for sure, because I said I'll do a video every Friday. So I'll have the video Friday, and I'll see you guys around the same time. But until then, take it easy, guys.